Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. It's Tuesday, March 2nd. I hope you're doing well. A very quick video today on some important PPP and EIDL updates and this big news that came out today that 10 senators are pressing Biden and other lawmakers to push for recurring stimulus payments. Not just the one-off payments, but recurring stimulus payments. That's big news. I'm going to talk about what's in the letter, what that could look like, and what that would mean for the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. Lots to cover today. As always, thanks so much for tuning in, and keep the questions coming. Leave comments in this video, like the video, and of course, if you're not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing. I'm also going to answer the question, can you get 2 PPP loans in the same round? If you just got your first loan, can you apply for a second one? I'm going to answer that. And also regarding the PPP, we are still waiting for detailed guidance on the gross revenue number. If you are an independent contractor or self-employed, we are still waiting for specifics from the SBA on how to count that gross revenue, how to apply through your lender. Many of the lenders we've talked to, we've heard back from our partner lenders, they are waiting as well for more SBA details because I know lots of you have had questions about that. I'm going to answer this question first. Can you get 2 PPP loans in the same round? The answer is yes. However, it depends on the lender you have, whether they will make it easy or not. Technically, the answer is yes. Here's what you have to know. You have to spend or prove your plan to spend your first loan. You still have to abide by the new rules for the second draw, which is 25% revenue reduction, 300 or fewer employees. And not every lender will do the 2 loans. So we go over some of the basics in this post. This post is on our app, Hello Skip, in the App Store. If you have questions about the PPP loan, check out this post. And finally, if you haven't applied yet, go to pppbonus.com. That goes to our partner lender. We have other partner lenders in the description as well. Here's what I want to point out that I mentioned yesterday. Let me pull it up here. This is our brand new page to see vaccination progress. We're really excited for this. You can go to who'svaccinated.com, WHOS vaccinated.com, to basically see overall progress, see where you are in the queue based on your age, and see friends who are also tracking their vaccination. Again, the mission behind this is to give you peace of mind and hope that things will get back to normal, that your friends are thinking about this, they're ready to go. So go to who'svaccinated.com, log in with Facebook, and you'll be able to see all of this. It takes 2 seconds. Would love to hear what you think. Speaking of vaccine news and COVID case news, here's the latest chart. Again, we see this flat line right here. Let me pull it up for you. We had this steep decline for almost 2 months, and we flatlined the past week or so. Even though cases, deaths, and hospitalizations are still down, the Texas governor said today he's going to open up more establishments. He's going to get rid of the mask mandate. So I expect other states in the coming days and weeks will follow similar patterns and start to reopen. They're trying to balance a lot of things, including the pace of vaccinations and getting to herd immunity. Now, I want to talk about this because we just posted this on our blog earlier today, also on the app. Lawmakers are pushing for recurring stimulus payments. This is the exciting news, so I want to focus here. So as we know, the Senate is expected to vote on the $1.9 trillion package by the end of this week, and this package, of course, includes $1,400 stimulus checks for most Americans. Not all, but most. The package is expected to pass and then be signed into law by Biden, so some of these new checks may start to go out at the end of March, beginning of April. So you can expect those in about a month's time. However, today, a group of lawmakers sent a letter to Biden encouraging him to pass legislation for recurring stimulus payments as well as extended unemployment benefits. Here's what you need to know about that. So who's supporting this? 10 Democratic senators are supporting this. The letter doesn't specifically say what the amount should be for recurring payments, but it's still a big push. Now, do we think this is going to pass? Frankly, I'm not too optimistic. However, Democrats have the power in the House and the Senate and in the White House, so if they get enough momentum, if they get enough support, they could pass it. There's a better chance now to pass something like this than there was a year ago, that's for sure. Here's why they're talking about this. They say that the $1,400 a month will cover less than a month of expenses for most American families. The average American spends over $3,000 a month on food, housing, and other essentials. So as unemployment and poverty have skyrocketed in the last year, more and more families are struggling to cover basic needs. Recurring monthly payments could help alleviate the impacts of the virus on vulnerable people and allow the economy breathing room to recover. In fact, a new poll shows that 65% of American voters are supportive of ongoing monthly stimulus payments. Would love to hear in the comments if you would support recurring stimulus payments or not, if you think it's too much spending, or you think it'll be a good solution. Even if you don't personally need this, where do you fall? Are you for or against it? The conclusion is that this has support, but there's a long way to go. Now, here's what the letter looks like. I showed you at the beginning. Here's one of the main points I want to point out. Data shows that direct payments and enhanced unemployment insurance are among the most effective forms of relief available. Not only do these payments help keep families out of poverty, but they act as an economic stimulus by increasing spending and supporting jobs. Again, they reference the poll I just talked about, showing 65% of Americans support recurring cash payments. And maybe I'll do a poll later today on our YouTube to figure out if you support it or not. We can get our own poll going. And in addition, more than 150 economists recently wrote an open letter supporting automatic stabilizers as part of a strong recovery and warning against repeating the mistakes of the Great Recession when an insufficient response led to unnecessary suffering, particularly among low-income workers. So we've heard this a lot. Economists say, look, the risks are too high. Yes, there's the threat of inflation, but the downsides are worse, so pump money into the economy. And here is who signed the letter. So tell us what you think in the comments, and I'll share what we find out in tomorrow's video. That's the big news for today. Just to recap, PPP first and second draws, depending on your lender, yes, you can apply for both this round. With the new PPP guidance, we are waiting for specific details from the SBA on how to count the gross income. Many of you are asking that. EIDL grants, more of you are still reporting getting letters, so that's good news. Many of you are still waiting. We've got a lot more on our app, including more new grants from yesterday, so of course, do check out our free app if you are not on it yet. And we have a new version of the app coming in a couple days. And finally, go to who'svaccinated.com to see progress. We'd love to hear what you think, just so you can see overall progress. You know, this progress has a direct impact on your livelihoods. If you have a small business, it's directly correlated with the vaccination progress, how quickly we can reopen, depending on what state you're in, how quickly we can get back to normal. So feel free to check that out. As always, thank you so much for supporting us and subscribing. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.